Hi there, this is Java Jim with First Line Equipment, and I'd like to wish all of you a happy holidays, a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and Happy Kwanzaa. Enjoy the holidays, and today we're going over a beverage that I created, the smoked gingerbread espresso martini. Now, I'm going to go over some variations while I'm going through the process, because you may not have all the exact ingredients. Also, you may change some of those ingredients in terms of volume, how much according to your taste. So please make sure that you test this before you serve for the holidays. And I think you're going to enjoy this beverage because I'm going to be serving it on Christmas myself to family and some friends who are coming over to celebrate the holidays. And maybe even New Year's, but maybe I'll come up with a new one. Anyways, we'll start first with the espresso machine that we're using, and you can use any high quality espresso machine. I normally don't recommend using those machines that create very bitter tasting espresso. And those are usually the lower price machines. Use something of high quality, and here's the Torre Peppina machine with the flow control device, dual boiler, PID controlled. If you don't have a high quality espresso machine, you have two alternatives. You can use a very dark roasted coffee in your regular coffee maker, or drip, or French press, something that's dark and very intense. Or if you go to the liquor store, you can basically get some of this stuff right here, a coffee liqueur. Doesn't necessarily have to be this brand, but a nice coffee liqueur in place of the espresso. What's next? We have a measuring cup for your alcohol, typically 1 to 2 ounces. So alcohol for the martini is typically vodka or gin. I prefer not to use gin in this recipe. As an alternative to vodka, I prefer tequila, or even better, mezcal. Okay, a high quality mezcal which would enhance that smokiness in the gingerbread espresso martini. If you can, some fresh ginger or ginger powder, high quality, chopped or ground cloves or minced, a little bit of nutmeg, and here I'm showing you a cinnamon stick, but you can use also some high quality ground cinnamon. For those you don't know, I'm actually doing a lot of research on different healthy and high quality foods. And there's actually a difference in the types of cinnamon that you can buy. Do some research. It's an eye-opener when you start researching a lot of stuff here. We have some organic vanilla, pure vanilla extract. It's kind of expensive for this little bottle, but if you want to use imitation, that's fine. Serves the same purpose. A little bit of simple syrup. I like the light, keep the calories down on the carbs. This is a little bit higher, but a little bit of molasses, high quality. This one is, I believe, non-GMO. I try to get foods that are non-GMO. If you don't have the cinnamon and the simple syrup, if you have a cinnamon sugar grinder that's mixed with cinnamon and sugar, that's an alternative. I will not be using this, so I will put this down here. Then, if you're not using the mezcal, you can, if you have a smoker, you can basically get a smoker. We sell them at First Line Equipment. We have the smoker for small espresso and larger cups, a nice flame torch, some wood chips, which we also sell, and some ginger snap cookies on the side for taste, a steaming pitcher to steam the milk. Now, if you want to make it cold, because we're going to make a warm to hot beverage, but if you really want to make a cold one, you're going to, after you're done steaming, you're going to chill that milk and or use a shaker with some ice. Okay, and you'll mix the espresso and the milk, and so you can add a little bit of ingredients to the shaker and serve that chilled. So again, another variation. You don't need the little sleigh ride or the sleigh here. That's just one of the props that we have. But we're going to get started. The first thing we're going to do, and I do have some small spoons if you like to scoop a little bit of froth into the cup. Let me move these on the side so I don't knock them over. The machine has been prepped. as you see, the portafilter is already in there for ease of displaying today. Typically, when I grind espresso beans, I like to use the freshly ground espresso rather quickly. In my book, typically good coffee, good espresso beans is good for 17 to 14 days after the degassing period, which is 5 to 7 days after roast. So day 7 to 21 is really good. 21 for me is being what I call supermarket coffee. So we're going to get started here. We have 2 shot glasses, and the other thing is espresso martini and a mug, which you can choose. Now, as you can see, the coffee's coming out fast. I can slow this down with the flow control, okay? This was done on purpose so you could see what the flow control does. We're making an espresso martini, so the espresso quality is going to be important, but with adding the milk, not so much. And right now we're about 27 seconds, which is my number, 23 to 27 on a double shot. Singles, I like to get closer to 23, as low as 18. I have had good espresso with the flow control device at 114 seconds. So we're going to take this espresso, we're going to move it to the side over here, and let's get that into the glasses right away. And the espresso martini glass. Okay, and that's going to kind of cool down a little bit while we're making the rest. We'll get our steaming pitcher. Okay, couple pieces of freshly ground ginger in there, and your guests may actually taste the ginger quite significantly. Also chew on it as well after they get it into their mouth. A little bit of clove, ground clove or minced in there. Here we have a little bit of nutmeg. I am going to put the entire stick in here and steam with the stick, cinnamon stick. We're going to take our, I always forget, pure vanilla extract, and we're going to put a little bit of that, actually probably a little bit too much there, but that's fine. Now here's their sweetener, which the molasses can do some of that, but just a couple drops. If you want it sweeter, a little bit more. And then I'm going to spoon in a little bit of the molasses, mix it in there. And we won't be making the cold one today, so I'll put this one on the side. We'll get our smoker ready. Okay, once we get this mixed up a little bit. This is thick. Delicious. We'll get over here. We'll bleed our steam. Get this going here. Now the smoker already has the wood chips inside. Now, if you don't have an espresso machine, if you have one of those little frothers for the stovetop or electric, okay, a little more steam than froth. If you notice here, dual spout steaming pitcher. How do you like that? Shake this up. Now we shall add our alcohol. Wow, that looks good. That looks real good. Now make sure you don't get the cinnamon stick in the cup. Don't want somebody choking on that. Now, of course, you can use smaller cups. If you're doing larger cups, more milk. If you don't have a steamer to steam the milk, then use the shaker with cold milk. But I prefer to have it served warm. That's just my opinion, my taste buds, but due to your liking. So, and then you could put a little ginger snap cookie on the side on your dish or on a plate, just to add a little accoutrements to it. And then let's go with the smoker now. Okay, you can see the smoke effect there. Let's put the cover on. Typically about 30 to 60 seconds. And we'll get the wider one on. I don't like the ones that are kind of made in China. This is made in the US. The reason is the coatings that they put on these smokers, polyurethane and some other stuff, not as natural. Okay, and then also I have a double smoker, so there's two here. Wow, look at that. Just the effect alone is gonna get people excited. So let me do the other side. Put the cover on there. And just do this in front of your guests. They're going to be amazed when they see the nice smoke that comes out of the beverage. Let's give this a nice little taste. Smells good. Now this is what I call a beverage serving to your guests right next to your fireplace or campfire, whatever you have, even your living room. If it's in a cafe, even better. But here's one to enjoy. Once again, Java Jim, happy holidays. Thank you for watching us this year, and have again a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and Happy Kwanzaa. Take care.